These tools aren't hidden because they're bad. They're hidden because developers are too busy building instead of making YouTube videos. They have tens of thousands of GitHub stars, millions of downloads, and yet most people have never heard of them. They're just one viral video away from everyone knowing their names. Here are 15 open source AI apps replacing over $2,000 worth of software. Number 15 is OpenCluely. If you've heard of Cluely, you already know what it does. It's an AI assistant that gives you real-time answers during interviews, meetings, and calls while staying invisible on Zoom, Google Meet, Teams, and Discord. The problem is, Cluely isn't free. OpenCluely is a fully open source alternative, so you can run it yourself, customize it however you want, and never pay a subscription. It even works with OBS, making it useful for recordings and live demos. And if you don't know how to download it, I have a community where I share new open source apps and step-by-step installation tutorials. Link in bio. Number 14 is DocMost. It exists because more and more teams are getting tired of paying for Notion and Confluence. DocMost is a fully open source alternative where you can create documentation, wikis, meeting notes, and knowledge bases, all while collaborating with your team in real time. You can self-host it, keep complete control over your data, and avoid paying per-user subscription fees. Number 13 is Imish. It exists because a lot of people want the convenience of Google Photos without giving up their privacy or paying for cloud storage. Imish is a fully open source photo and video backup app that automatically uploads your memories, organizes them with AI, and lets you search by people, places, and objects. You can self-host everything, keep complete control of your data, and access your library from anywhere. If you've been looking for an open source Google Photos alternative, this is probably the best one available today. Number 12, Sterling PDF. PDFs are one of those things everyone deals with, but the moment you need to edit one, you're usually asked to pay for a subscription. Sterling PDF is a fully open source alternative that handles almost everything you'd normally pay for, from editing documents to converting files. You can run it locally or self-host it, so your documents never leave your computer. If you work with PDFs regularly, this is an easy replacement for expensive PDF software. Number 11 is IO Paint. Removing objects from photos used to mean paying for Photoshop or another AI editing tool. IO Paint gives you the same idea, but it's completely open source. Just brush over the object you want to remove, and the AI fills in the background naturally. You can run everything locally, so your images stay private, and you're not limited by credits or monthly subscriptions. Upscale. Ever found the perfect image, but it was way too low quality to use? That's exactly what Upscale fixes. It's a fully open source AI image upscaler that can increase an image's resolution while preserving details instead of just stretching the pixels. Everything runs locally on your computer, so you don't have to upload your images or pay for credits. Number 9 is WAN 2.1. AI video generation has become one of the most expensive categories in AI, with most tools charging monthly subscriptions or limiting you with credits. WAN 2.1 changes that. It's a fully open source AI video model that lets you generate high-quality videos on your own hardware. You get complete control over the model, no paywalls, and no usage limits beyond what your PC can handle. If you've wanted to experiment with AI video without paying for every generation, this is one of the best open source projects available. Number 8 is Rust Desk. If you've ever used remote desktop software, you've probably run into subscription limits or features locked behind a paywall. Rust Desk is a fully open source alternative that lets you securely access and control another computer from anywhere. You can even self-host your own server, giving you complete control over your connections and data. If you're looking for an open source replacement for TeamViewer or AnyDesk, this is one of the best options available. Number 7 is Pinocchio. Installing open source AI projects can be a nightmare. One missing dependency, the wrong Python version, or a broken command, and suddenly you're spending hours trying to get everything working. Pinocchio solves that by turning complicated installations into a one-click process. You pick the app you want, click install, and it automatically downloads and configures everything for you. Number 6 is cal.diy. If you've used cal.com before, this will look very familiar. That's because cal.diy is the fully open source, self-hosted version of cal.com. You get the same scheduling experience without paying monthly fees or relying on someone else's servers. Host it yourself, customize it however you want, and keep complete control over your bookings and data. If you're looking for an open source alternative to the hosted version of cal.com, this is the one to use. Number 5 is Excalidraw. Sometimes the fastest way to explain an idea isn't with a document, it's with a quick sketch. Excalidraw is a fully open source whiteboard that lets you create diagrams, flowcharts, wireframes, and brainstorm ideas in minutes. You can collaborate with others in real time, self-host it if you want, and never worry about subscription fees. If you use tools like Miro or FigJam, this is one of the best open source alternatives available. Number 4 is Meetly. AI meeting assistants have become incredibly useful, but most of them require a monthly subscription and send your conversations to the cloud. Meetly takes a different approach. It's a fully open source AI meeting assistant that records, transcribes, and summarizes your meetings while letting you keep everything under your own control. You can run it yourself, keep your meeting data private, and skip the recurring subscription. If you're looking for an open source alternative to Granola or Fireflies, this is one of the best options available. Number 3, Comfy UI. Most AI image generators are designed for simplicity, but that simplicity comes at the cost of control. Comfy UI does the opposite. It's a fully open source node-based interface for running AI image and video models, like Stable Diffusion and Flakes, giving you complete control over every step of the generation process. It supports thousands of custom workflows, extensions, and models created by the community. If you're serious about AI image generation, this is the tool that most creators eventually end up using. Number 2 is OpenCut. You don't need to pay for Adobe Premiere or CapCut anymore. OpenCut is a fully open source video editor with AI features like auto captions, silence removal, background removal, and more. You can run everything locally, avoid monthly subscriptions, and even customize it to fit your workflow. If you edit videos regularly, this is one of the most exciting open source projects available. Number 1 is VoiceBox. If you're paying for 11 Labs, you'll want to check this out. VoiceBox is a fully open source alternative that lets you generate realistic AI voices and clone voices without being locked into a monthly subscription. The quality is so good that most people wouldn't notice the difference between VoiceBox and 11 Labs. You can run it on your own hardware, customize it however you want, and keep full control over your data. If you use AI voices regularly, this is one of the best open source alternatives to 11 Labs you'll find.